All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have Klein tools here. I got 19 Klein. Well, I got one that might not be a Klein, but the rest of them are Kleins. I've got a Klein thread. I can't remember. It's called a threader. I call it a threader. One side's brand spanking new. The other side just got dirty, and they've never cleaned it. So I'm going to clean these up, and I think I got a full set. I don't even know, this that's 1/4 inch all the way. So I got 2 1/4 inch. So I got 2 1/4 inch. I got 5/16, 11/32, 3/8. I got 3 or 4 7/16, and then 1/2 inch, and then I got 2 nice good Phillips screwdrivers. I got actually 2 awls. Awls. I don't know how to pronounce, but anyways, they're not ground down screwdrivers. They're a true awl. Then I have 1 nut driver that's a 5/16. It's a short one. And wait a second, I do not think this is a Klein. I think this says Mac on it. Yep, I don't think this one's a Klein. But this is a Klein reamer. It's used, but still in really good shape. They sell a replacement jaw if you need to replace that. But this tool right here is like $37. But this is actually in good shape. Nothing wrong with it. I think this thing here sells for like $29 new. I do have 1 flat tip screwdriver, and it's damaged a little bit. It's not the best, but I can fix that. The rest of it, and it's the one that's got the cap on it, so that's probably why it's been used as a chisel. And then I got a number 3 Phillips here, which this is cool. Most of the time you don't find the Phillips, but I got less than $1 a piece in these. I bought 5 or 6 of them the other day for $1 a piece, and then some of the nut drivers and stuff I gave 50 cents a piece for. So I'm well under 20 bucks here, and once I get them cleaned up looking good, they'll be a good asset to what I have. I may give a couple of these away. A friend of mine collects Klein, so I'm probably going to give him a couple of Phillips and some of the nut drivers, because I think he's missing some from his set. So, well, probably just clean them by hand real first, and then probably use some all-purpose cleaner and brush them up a little bit and go from there. Actually going to use a little carb cleaner. Some of these got like paint on them. it's got paint. I'll get some of it off. All right. Let's do some more of this. I'll be back. I don't know where I'm at in this video, ladies and gentlemen, so I started this like 2 weeks ago. I've had to work so much. Anyways, it don't matter. Clean these up, run them over the polishing wheel maybe. Just get the gunk off of them. These aren't really in bad shape. Got one or two of them somebody used a pair of pliers on. It's a shame they had to do that, but I guess you got to do what you got to do when you're trying to get something loose. And this one's got like oil on it. It's nasty. Alright, let me finish cleaning these up and then we'll go to the wheels. I got some new wheels I want to show you guys. Okay, a couple of these I'm going to run over a wire wheel. And then I'm going to run them over a 400, 600 grit. And then I bought over here is a 2000 grit. I didn't want a 2000 grit. I thought I ordered a 1000 grit. So I'm gonna run the shanks over that before I polish them to see what they look like. I'm playing. Matter of fact, I got another Scotch-Brite wheels. I'll show you. Let's run it over the wire first. Yeah, this one's pitted. Yeah, it's rough. I'm going to use the Dremel just with a little wire and just clean this end up. Yeah, I'm not going to put it on the belt sander. There's no reason to take that much metal off, just to make it look decent, that's all. Alright guys, I've got on this motor, I have two of these. They were a 1/2 inch thick, so I bought two of them. They're called flap wheels, and they're I don't know if you can. They kind of remind me of Scotch-Brite. I call it Scotch-Brite wheels, so that's what it kind of reminds me of. It says medium grit, so I was going to run over a couple of these over it just to see what it does. Don't know. Never used it before, so here we go. The other one I got, I think it's finer than this one, so we'll see. All right, now I'm gonna run over this wheel. It's another one of those like Scotch-Brite, but I think this is finer than the green one. Ooh, that's hot, just a little bit warm. I need to fix that tip. All right, now I'm going to, well, here. This is a harder wheel, but I believe this is 600 grit. So I'm gonna play with it. All right, now this 2000 grit. I think I've screwed up though. I think this grit is too fine. I should have got 1000. I thought that's what I ordered, but oh well. first of all, works great. Works perfect. Problem is, my wheel's out of round. Big time. And then of course I gouged it when I hit it with the damn screwdriver. That screwed up. But I was paying attention to the wheel in it. It's got a lot of wobble to it. Talk about out of round. Oh well, maybe if I use it for a while. It was only $13 or something like that. That sucks. All right, let me run one more. Here, we'll do it live. We'll just time it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is awesome. That works great. That is, yeah, I'm gonna buy more. Well, maybe not another out around one. And look where I stabbed it. Look where I hit it with the screwdriver. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, sorry. That's me. Screwing up. Oh well. Yeah, now polishing these will even be nicer. All right, got new buffing wheel on. Don't know the brand, didn't care. It's a 1-inch. It's kind of like the other one I had. So these are my old wheels. What I had is I had 3 of them and I put them together to make a wider wheel. So it's about the same. This one's solid, so see how it works. Turn the vacuum on and we'll get after it. All right, screwdriver tip is rounded. I'm gonna try to square it up. I probably should use a file, but I'm gonna screw it up anyways. So I'm gonna try just to touch it on this belt sander. Actually looks pretty good. Hang on a second. Fits good in that one. Let me get a screw, a flat tip screw. This is a beading. Oh, I didn't clean the end of it. Oh. Let me get a screw real quick. Okay, this is my S&K, and it's a good shape. Tip pretty good. It's a little bit bigger. I think that's what we need, so I'm gonna call that good. So this Klein, I don't know what this big old Klein cost, but I paid $1 for it. All right, I cleaned them all up, and I've got the pipe reamer, and all I did on this was clean the rust off of it, and then I polished the end of it and cleaned the handle. The threader, cleaned it with the wire brush. I cleaned this shank with the Dremel, and when I say wire brush, I mean, where's my little wire brush. I use this to clean. I don't know what was in it. It almost looked like burnt coffee. I don't know what it was. But this thing is excellent. It's pretty much brand new. So for $1, can't beat it. Like I said, I got a number 2 or number 3 screwdriver, and it's an old. I can tell these, the older they are, they turn a darker yellow. See, you can see the. Anyways, large cap screwdriver, flat tip, and then I got all these nut drivers, and then I got 2 Phillips, and you can tell the age. This one's older because of the darker yellowish. This one's a newer one, and these are probably, the Phillips is probably the most handiest one besides the small flat tip I use at work all the time. And see, this one's beat up, but look how the rust, how bad it was. And I didn't even put it on the belt sander. That was just the wire wheel, and then on the fiber wheels, and then the polish. That's not bad at all. As bad as it was, it's still a good, usable, functioning screwdriver. There's nothing wrong with it. And then I didn't realize I had 2 awls. And they're not screwdrivers. At first I thought somebody, but they are all. And these are all Kleins. The only Klein that's not here is this one nut driver. I believe this is not a Klein. Just because of the way this is shaped, Klein didn't do that. 1/4 inch, don't know the brand, but looks like a Klein. Almost looks like a Klein, I should say. It's still, I got 19 drivers, screwdrivers, and tools here, and I got $1 a piece in them. So it took me, what, 3-4 months to gather all these? And a lot of them I got like 3 weeks ago at the flea market. I don't remember how many. And I wanted to show you, you can see when I dry buff these, if you hit the rubber, it catches it, and it's lint. And you can, some of the where it's really rough, the dry buff wheel will catch. If I would have sanded this down a little bit with some 1000 grit or 800 grit paper right here on these sharp edges, it wouldn't do that. But all of them, even the one that was beat up pretty bad, it's still cleaned up pretty well. That cleaned up pretty good. But all the rest of them, I mean, even this cleaned up good. Just dry buff, no compound, no nothing, and light pressure, because if you push too hard, the spinning wheel will heat up and it'll melt the plastic, so you have to be very cautious of that if you try it. And also I noticed this Klein, the plastic on this one is different. So this must be made in a different factory than the rest of these. I can tell when I'm buffing this, it's different. Very, very light pressure, and it does not like the dry buff wheel. But you can see the fiber. See where it caught? It didn't take much, and it started to heat up quick. So I did really lightly on the outside edge, and in here where it was catching, I just barely touched it. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? I got less than $20 in all these. And everything came out of either flea market or pawn shop for $1 a piece. Nothing here costs more than $1. So I got 19 pieces. This one was caked on, had like a epoxy all over it. It took me a little bit to pick all that off. It's a 5/16, but it said all of them were a little rusty, or there was about half of them were in really decent shape. But that's what I'm saying. Hunt for these old junk tools lying around people have got. You'd be surprised what you can find. Hit the flea markets, hit the pawn shops, hit the thrift store. There's a new thrift store coming in here in town, and they've done pretty good. Just take a little extra time when you're out running around. Make a stop somewhere. Make a friend somewhere. Speak to some of these people. Some of this stuff sits on the shelf for months, if not years. And I know the one in Lawton, the pawn shop in Lawton, if it's been sitting too long, he'll make a deal with you. So look for these old tools. You can save yourself a lot of money. There's a young lady here in town who's just starting in the trades, and she's been watching my videos, and I'm competing with her hitting the pawn shops. She is hitting it now. She's going flea market, same one I go to, and she is buying up. She's probably got $800–900 worth of tools now, and she told me she's probably got about $200 in all of it. And some of her stuff is outstanding. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Hopefully this video doesn't suck, and hopefully I get something out of it. I need to make a video on a Craftsman ratchet I got to fix for somebody or clean it up, but I want to use the new fiber wheels that I got. I want to see how it polishes something like that. These turned out really good. I mean, even the one that was ate up with rust, that turned out really good. Even with all the pitting and the damage in there, it's still there, but it cleaned up nice. All right, that's enough, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe if you like. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Would you have wasted your time? I got about 1 hour and 32 minutes in this. I've kind of timed myself. I think it was worth my time. All right, bye. Have a good night.